Hello and welcome back to Tekkit. Here I stand at the site of my solar panel factory that's currently working. I added in these pistons because it kind of looks like a conveyor belt sort of running. Like you could see like items coming out of this chest and then moving along and getting pressed down or whatever, purely for visuals. But as you can see, these are all working. I've used a lot of these materials actually. In fact, if I take a step outside, we can see that I actually have 4 of these medium voltage solar arrays set up now, which is vastly more energy than I actually need. But these all feed into an MV transformer, which then goes into this and then becomes low voltage here. So it all keeps it running nice and smoothly. Now, if I take a step inside, I can show what I plan to do today. So last time, I briefly mentioned that this was going to be used in a later episode, these giant iron pipes. These are actually for now. I've realized that I don't like the feeling of having to fly up and down between the floors. It's quick and it's effective, but it's just not very satisfying. So what I'm going to do is actually build a series of elevator shafts using what are referred to as teleporters. Now, I've actually been building up a lot of the materials for this, as you can see in here. But what I want to figure out, well, what you should know is that I'm all flustered. Really, I just want to comment on how much Minecraft has improved. Seriously, the quality of life features are so nice. Because you look at something like this MFSU, I built 22 of these, by the way, and crafting each of these components takes so much time when you can't shift click materials in. I mean, you look at each of these, and each of these takes up, these energy crystals take up 1 inventory slot, and I need 6 times 22, however much that is, if you want to do the math. But it was really painful to have to manually craft each of these by hand. But all the same, I did, so now I have these. Now, these MFSUs hold something like 10 million RF, which is just spectacular, so they will work. And the reason I use them is because teleporters draw from the power blocks next to them. I don't think they can actually be directly plugged in with wires, so I wanted to make sure that that was already set up. And also, this gives me a really convenient way of having energy travel throughout my tower. So my elevator shaft will serve not only as transporting me, but also having power cables connected to each of the floors in case I want to set up little modules like this throughout any of the others. So making the teleporter, I don't want to make all these immediately, these frequency transmitters, but I know that they are in the crafting recipe, and so I want to test and see if I need more than one. Now, do I need more than... Yep, okay. I do need all those frequency transmitters. Are these going to stack? No, but I have the perfect amount of space in my inventory for it, so that's actually nice. Wow, this is really going to demonstrate what I'm talking about it being very slow, though, because now I'm going to have to manually put in each and every single one of these frequency transmitters. I'll probably speed this up in post. And there we are. We now have the 22 teleporters and the 22 MFSUs. I wasn't altogether satisfied with the footage I had for placing these in the tower, so instead I thought I'd give you a look at some of the behind the scenes work I do for this series. This is my schematic for the teleportation network. What we first see on the left is the layout for my elevator shafts themselves, arranged in a series of 3x3 grids with the teleporter in the front center and the MFSU attached to it. Cables run up the sides to share power between each of the MFSUs between each floor. And on the right, we can see my system of arrangement. You can only ever create a connection between 2 teleporters, meaning I need 2 sets for each floor corresponding to up and down when I apply a redstone signal. I want a demonstration that's a little bit more like what you'll see in game. This is kind of what it will look like. I'll have a series of teleporters where I can go like so, teleport up once again, and then teleport all the way back down to the bottom. I should also point out that if I'm on this level, I can teleport back to the start.